Hello Saikum, welcome to our embryology series. This is second video of this series and we were discussing about developing embryo. We saw how fertilization occurs, how the cell divide to form blastomers and then form a medulla and then a blastocyst cavity develops in the medulla because of the secretion of fluid in the cells of medulla, and the cells of the medulla differentiate into embryoblast and trophoblast. If you haven't seen that video, you can go and see that video so you can understand in this video. Link is in the description. Let's proceed further. Okay, we started from a cell that was consisted from half from mother and half from father, and we are reached here where we have one embryoblast and one trophoblast and a blastocyst cavity. Now, this mass will make future embryo and this will make future placenta. Let's see what happens further. Till now, here we are. The embryo is trying to implant itself, and the trophoblast, outer trophoblast, is differentiated into cytotrophoblast and syncytotrophoblast. And inner mass that was embryoblast will differentiate in epiblast and hypoblast. Let's see how it happens. Implantation process is not fully understood, but it is said that L-selectin helped to bind the blastocyst to endometrial wall. This is trophoblast that has differentiated into this outer trophoblast and syncytial trophoblast, and this embryoblast is differentiating into epiblast and hypoblast. So embryoblast will differentiate in epiblast and hypoblast, and trophoblast will differentiate in cytotrophoblast and syncytotrophoblast. Syncytotrophoblast is actually projection of cytotrophoblast. Cells detach from the cytotrophoblast and make the finger-like projection that are called syncytotrophoblast. This is cytotrophoblast, and the cells detach from cytotrophoblast continuously and make finger-like projections that are making syncytotrophoblast. These syncytotrophoblast are multinucleated cells that are eroding endometrium constantly by secreting proteolytic enzymes, and the endometrium erodes, and endometrium vessels erodes, and the blood come in the lacunae that are formed in the syncytotrophoblast. In that lacunae comes the blood and the granular secretion of the endometrium to the embryo, and that's how the embryo gets the blood and endometrium secretions and is connected with the mother. Now see what is happening with the embryoblast. Embryoblast made a bilaminar disc which was consisting epiblast and hypoblast, as I told you. And then when the epiblast cleft begins to develop and eventually coalesce to form amniotic cavity. In this epiblast, clefts begin, small little tiny clefts begin and coalesce to form a amniotic cavity. This is amniotic cavity that is formed between the epiblast. In the epiblast, some little tiny clefts begin and coalesce to form amniotic cavity. And this is hypoblast, and cells from hypoblast migrate and line the inner surface of cytotrophoblast. Line the inner surface of the cytotrophoblast, forming the exocoelomic membrane, which delimits the space called exocoelomic cavity, which is also called primitive yolk sac. So this is hypoblast. Cells from hypoblast begin to migrate and form the lining of exocoelomic cavity or primitive yolk sac. I hope you're getting my point. I'm trying to elaborate everything that you can understand clearly, because this topic is very complicated. So I'm trying to elaborate it with detail, because if you don't understand from here, we cannot proceed to other topics, to special embryology. You should have a grip on this, what is happening here, each and every step. Okay, now see how these are lined in the row. This is hypoblast, this is cytotrophoblast, this is syncytoblast, and this hypoblast, which is lining the primitive yolk sac, it is also called extraembryonic mesoderm. Uh, However, scientists believe that extraembryonic mesoderm can also be contributed by cytotrophoblast, but we are considering here that extraembryonic mesoderm is made by hypoblast. Okay, so this is extraembryonic mesoderm, this is cytotrophoblast, and this is syncytotrophoblast. This all was happening in second week. At the end of second week, tiny finger-like projection begin to invade the syncytotrophoblast. Finger-like projections of cytotrophoblast begin to invade the syncytotrophoblast, which are called primary chorionic villi. And then the finger-like projections of extraembryonic mesoderm begin to invade that syncytotrophoblast finger-like projection, and these are called secondary chorionic villi. And then blood vessels of the fetus invade that finger-like projections, and these are called tertiary chorionic villi. This chorionic villi will form future placenta. This was it for today, and we will meet in another video of embryology series or another series. Till then, Khuda Hafiz.